Welcome back to the Business Book Club, the show where we break down the world's best business and personal development books into quick, actionable insights you can apply today. In this episode, we're lifting the curtain on the hidden forces that shape our everyday lives, forces you might not even notice, but that influence what you buy, how much you pay, and why businesses behave the way they do. We're talking about The Undercover Economist by Tim Harford. This book is like a guided tour through the world of economics, but in plain English. No jargon, no complicated graphs, just fascinating stories that show how economics explains real life. So, grab a coffee and let's dive in. Tim Harford starts with a bold claim. Every decision you make is shaped by economics, even the ones you don't think about. Prices, choices, supply and demand, they're all around us. One of his most famous examples, coffee pricing. Have you ever wondered why coffee shops charge £2.50 for a latte when the coffee itself costs pennies? That's not random. It's price discrimination in action, where businesses find ways to charge more to people who are willing to pay more without scaring away the budget-conscious customers. By offering multiple sizes, fancy syrups and exotic blends, coffee chains let you decide how much extra you want to spend, based on how much you value the experience. That's economics at work, the lesson here. Businesses aren't just selling products, they're selling perceived value. And the more they understand what you're willing to pay, the more profit they make. Another key theme Harford explores is scarcity, the idea that resources are limited and so we have to make choices. Sounds obvious, right? But here's where it gets interesting. What's scarce changes the entire pricing game. Think about prime real estate in a busy city. The land doesn't move, and there's only so much of it. That scarcity is why a tiny flat in London costs a fortune. Businesses compete for the same principle: attention, resources, and customer loyalty. Harford also introduces marginal thinking, the idea that decisions should be based on the next unit of cost or benefit, not the total. For example, should you work an extra hour? You don't look at your annual salary. You ask, what will this extra hour earn me, and is it worth the time I'm giving up? The lesson for business leaders: stop making blanket decisions, start thinking on the margin. One of my favourite parts of the book is how Harford uncovers the hidden incentives driving behaviour. We like to think people make rational choices, but often they respond to the incentives around them, even if those incentives are flawed. For instance, Harford talks about healthcare systems. In some countries, doctors get paid per treatment, which can lead to overtreatment. In others, they get paid a flat rate, which can lead to undertreatment. Both systems create different behaviours, all based on incentives. Now, think about your business. What behaviours are your incentives driving, intentionally or unintentionally? Are your sales targets encouraging collaboration or cutthroat competition? Are bonuses rewarding short-term wins over long-term health? Another fascinating insight from Harford: information asymmetry, when one party knows more than the other. Ever bought a used car and wondered if the seller knows something you don't? That's information asymmetry in action. Companies exploit this all the time, from complex phone tariffs to finance products with hidden fees. Businesses thrive when customers don't have the full picture. As a leader or entrepreneur, this cuts both ways. If you want trust, transparency matters. If you want advantage, think about what you know that others don't and how to use it ethically. The best part of this book, it doesn't just explain economics, it teaches you to think like an economist. That means asking better questions. 1. What's scarce here? 2. What are the incentives? 3. Who holds the information advantage? 4. And what's the marginal benefit of the next choice? Apply that thinking and you'll make smarter decisions, whether you're pricing your product, negotiating a deal, or even planning your personal budget. The Undercover Economist isn't just a book for economists. It's for anyone who wants to understand why the world works the way it does and how to use that knowledge to make better choices in business and life. It's packed with real-world examples, from coffee shops to supermarkets, from healthcare to global trade. And the big takeaway? Once you see the hidden economic forces at play, you'll never look at everyday decisions the same way again. So next time you buy that expensive latte, ask yourself, what's really influencing this choice? If you enjoyed this summary, hit subscribe, share it with a friend, and drop a comment. What's the most surprising economic principle you've seen in real life? Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep thinking like an economist.